Behind my eternal sadness is a story you guys will never understand. It explains my social awkwardness, lonesomeness, and taxidermy with the best of visibility. Or better yet, never mind. Don't worry, I'll get plenty of time. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Hope you have wonderful future in what will be nothing short of an amazing life for you. Why do I think like that? As if I needed someone to hold my back whenever I'm feeling down or under the weather. This phrase might be ringing some bells to you. I hope it sells the idea very well this time. You still got more phrases to figure out meaning of. Don't worry, you'll get it eventually. That's pretty much what my plight is all about. You know what I'm talking about? I don't need to elaborate. Or do I, really? No problem. I'll get it fixed sooner or later. None of your concerns, by the way. You're quite intelligent, aren't you? Anyways, I feel like doing nothing after hearing the offensive comments that I get from relatives, even close ones, which are construed so carefully as to deplete your energy like there is no tomorrow. And yet, I am yearning for something good to happen out of nowhere. There is some amount of brain fatigue that I need to overcome before I get into any further trivial arguments. And yeah, it's twisted. In fact, my whole life is. Why would I fear to welcome one more ambiguity to make my life even more sad and sullen? The interesting sad for others. On top of that, to make things even worse, I live in constant dread of being dejected instead of being ridiculed. That's why I stay taciturn and phlegmatic. Hopefully not rest of my life, because I don't want to be taciturn, phlegmatic for the rest of my life. Because I felt the need to lessen my chances of being hogsed into the grim sinister of the life, which I inadvertently get stuck in, not even knowing where to look for help either. Dang, I don't want to be trapped inside once more, for I know the humiliation caused by insurmountable amount of pain, embarrassment, insecurities that it brings to the table, which I've been so blessed with ever since I was a child. So glad, right? Very interesting, isn't it? Not to mention the fact, the amount of suffering that I had to undergo in order to become the weirdest personality that I'm today. Can't take fake personality take over my genuine me inside because of someone stupid. Probably a weirdo. Not because I am, just because I don't fit in crowds. Right? That's a badass truth, thanks to my beautifully adorned childhood. And I don't trust anyone anymore. Not because I'm like this, but because I was treated like dirt before. And hurt in so many ways to the unfathomable depths without a fucking valid reason. Reason may be gullibility and naiveness, and also because I've been backstabbed, thrown out into the garbage just to be never recycled again. You know what I mean? It hurt a lot. Not that you know how much I've been through. You still try to judge this pathetic, poor soul which never demanded more than a good company, and yet he fails. Morons. Shame on you. Well, that's an ignominy to your ego to be friends with someone like that. Probably why won't that be? Brooding over the things that I've done to make my friends happy, and yet all they do in return is envy as if there's no tomorrow. Like no matter what I do, at the end of the day, it gets the best of me. Goddamn, do away with such fucking afflictions. Here I am, back to the square one again, and I need to start all over again. And this cycle goes on until I decide. Like, there is no better word to describe my inevitable fate than stolen subsets of words from the universal set called dictionary. I didn't want to wake up. I was having a much better time asleep, and that's really sad. It was like almost like a reverse nightmare. Like when you wake up from a nightmare and you're so relieved. I woke up into a nightmare. You didn't get that? Right? No problem. Here's the story in a nutshell. A lot of you cared, just not enough. His burden on Mother Earth will be one less for the good. If you meet a loner, no matter what they tell you, it's not because they enjoy solitude, it's because they have tried to blend into the world before, and people continue to disappoint them. I have absolutely no pleasure in this tumulence, in which I sometimes so madly indulge. It has not been in the pursuit of pleasure that I have peddled my life and reputation and reason. It has been a desperate attempt to escape from torturing memories, from sense of insupportable loneliness, the dread of some strange impending doom. This is straight coming out of someone who is suffering from inferiority complex. Don't worry, I'm not the only one. In fact, there are millions kicking and alive to make your stay on planet Earth nothing short of an amazing hell. By the way, you could be one of us. So well,